So I have 5 minutes because Screencastify only gives you the free version for 5 minutes to show you how to set up reoccurring meetings in your Google Classroom. So I'm going to create a fake classroom right now because that's going to be important. You would obviously use your own classes. So fake class, okay? And I'm going to create that. Now, once you have it in your own Google Calendar, fake class will appear as a calendar. So that's pretty important. So here's my fake class. I'm going to click on the classwork tab. And what you're going to see here is a Google Calendar in classwork. This is a new feature. And this is where I set up all my reoccurring meetings. So right now, I have my fake class calendar clicked, and I need to click off all my other calendars. Okay, so that's why you see nothing on my calendar. But if I click on my period 1 calendar and off of my fake class, you're going to see my reoccurring meetings and reoccurring office hours. So for today, this class meets at 8 a.m. So when my students come to the Google Classroom, they simply click on the link and go directly to my class. And this class is on every single day. They go to their Google Classroom, the way that I showed you. They go to classwork and they go to Google Calendar. And then they would click on your class. Right now I have my period 1 selected, and they would get the link to your calendar. So my quarter ends on October 2nd. We are on the quarter system, and my reoccurring class will show up at 8 a.m. there for everyone. So I'm going to click on my period 2 just so you can see my period 2 Google class starts at 9:05, and again, it's the same process. So when you're working with the Google Classroom calendar, make sure that you have just that class selected, because if I selected all my calendars, it really does fill up my calendar with too many things. But I'm going to click those off because I've created my fake class. Now I have to go to zoom.com and create my reoccurring meeting that I want to put the link in there. So of course I'm going to sign in with my Google account. Sign in. It's going to ask you to join with Google. I'm going to use my school account. And it's going to take me to this page. You can see my reoccurring meetings here. I'm going to go ahead and schedule a new meeting. Now, you do have to have the actual schedule in front of you so that you schedule your reoccurring meeting for the right days and times. Okay, so basically, I'm going to go here, and let's say my class starts at 1 every day, my fake class at 1. I give it an hour duration. If you have a block schedule, you're going to give it more of a duration. I'm going to start it then. But when I click reoccurring meeting, that is the interesting thing that's going to happen. Okay, so it's going to be this part you're going to fix in another area, but basically weekly, and then it's going to ask you what days. So if I'm on a block schedule, I might click like Wednesday and Monday for this reoccurring schedule, and then when's the end of my quarter, I would select the end of my quarter, whatever that is. For you guys, I think it's going to be, the end of your semester is going to be in January sometime, probably like that, okay? And it says end date after 7 occurrences. No, we want to go, usually you get way more, but here we go. So you do want kids to be in the waiting room. Your video can be on. You want the students' video to be on. They can turn it off, and they will if they want to. Mute participants upon entry. You want to click this button, breakout rooms, because that way you can create breakout rooms. If that button is not clicked, you will not be able to do breakout rooms, so that is important. So you want to save all that information. But then you want to add it to the Google Calendar that's going to put it into your fake classroom that I just created and link everything together. So I'm going to go ahead and allow. I wonder how much time I have left. This is the critical part here where it has count. This is what happens when you say add to Google Calendar. I have it on that calendar. I need to go and make sure that this appears on my fake class calendar as the invite. And all I have to do now is save. And I'm going to go back to my fake class. I'm going to go to my Google Calendar. My recording is going to end. And there it is. There are my meetings that my students will be able to see.